I'm going to be showing you how to replace bearings on Emerson heat fan. First step, that's the set screw. We have to unscrew the set screw. Next, you need to remove this thing. Just stick the screwdriver and you remove it. Now here's the thing. The flywheel is actually being held by this ring, not a set screw. The set screw is to keep from slipping when the fan spins, not to hold the flywheel. Next, you need to push the flywheel in so you have more access to the ring. Now you see two holes in the ring. You want to hold them apart so you can take the ring out. Okay, so the ring's out. You might want to use leverage to take the flywheel out. Okay, so the flywheel has been removed. And now you want to unscrew this top hex and the other top hex. Now you want to loosen the wires a little bit so they don't actually get pulled on the motor. So, next step will be to unscrew this hex. Next step will be to loosen, but not unscrew all four nuts all the way. Just loosen all four hex, okay? Just loosen all four hex. Not remove them all the way yet. Now that all four screws loosened to that length, we also want to loosen the top part of the motor. The best way to do it would be just to bang the rotor. This can push the top of the motor out. Just be careful not to actually pull wires out. That's why I loosened instead of removing completely. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the top part is loosened. And now it's time to remove all four hex. And now you want to maybe use a rotor again to push it out. Just again, make sure you don't actually push the wires out. Now that the top part of the motor is open, again be careful not to actually pull wires out of windings. And now you can just take the rotor out. Now that the rotor is out, it's time to take bearings out. This bearing and this bearing. You might want to use leverage to pull bearings out. Okay, so the bearings are out. Now it's time to put new bearings in. It's best to do bearings on a longer rod first, then a shorter rod. When you hammer bearings in, you would want to hammer the inner part. The hammer the top of the rod. 1/2 inch diameter rod. Okay, so the bearings are finally in. Notice how on the shorter rod, the bearings are very close to the end. That's why I said top one first. The bearings don't have to be when you hammer it. Now it's time to put it back in the motor. One thing I'll tell you about the bearings. Notice the motor can scrub the stator. This is why the fans have two bearings being held. so the motor can't scrub on the stator. Now it's time to close the motor very carefully. You don't want to damage the windings. Don't use too much force to close it all the way yet. We can stick the screws in now. You can keep tightening the screws until there's no gap. It's like inclined plane. Now you want to put that back on and screw the hex screws back in. Time to put the flywheel back in. Make sure it's set screw align in the right place. It wasn't in the right place before, but we want the right place this time. You want to push it all the way up so you can stall the rain again. Then you can push it back down. Then it's time to push the flywheel back down. Make sure you tighten that screw securely. Even though rain is enough to hold it, that screw will keep it from slipping when spinning. Then you want to put this back in. But you're not done yet. Remove these two screws. And open this thing. And now you want to put the screw back in. Now that's screwed back in, it's time to put the cover on and put the screws back in. And now it should be done. No more noise. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please have a comment, rate, subscribe.